Hello and welcome to the Concept Mapping module. The guiding question for this module is what is meaningful learning? And some of you have probably started to approach this on your blogs within the Ning environment. And I'd like you to keep those thoughts in mind as you're approaching this concept mapping module, as well as any other module. What is meaningful learning, and how does it really apply to the classroom? What does it look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like when you're having a meaningful learning experience? How can technology help meaningful learning experiences happen, or how do they hinder meaningful learning experiences from happening? So keep these in mind as you're working through these modules, and just think about it that way, that technology is not going to be a crutch to necessarily like divvy out a set of skills and say, hey, this program's going to teach you how to add and subtract, or that might not necessarily be what you'll be focusing on. But the program isn't going to necessarily be replacing the teacher, but it's going to be supporting the teacher theoretically. Now, a word about the setup of this class. The design of this course is that of a constructivist type environment with some scaffolding involved, meaning that I'm trying to work with where you're at and build you up from there. I'll present you with the basics for the technologies that are presented. In this case, I'll be looking at the Inspiration software, which is a concept mapping software that is quite nice, and I'll be giving you information about how to set that up and kind of some of the things you can do with it to make it your own. And there's quite a few options, but there's a few things that you really need to know for the assignment at hand. Then, understanding the basics, I'd like you to explore the technology a little bit, see what you can do to make it your own, and how you can become a little bit more comfortable using that technology, and then perhaps you become to the comfort level of your use that you can actually use it with the students as well. And then think about, how can this software help my students? What's the piece that it's providing that you can't necessarily do with paper or pencil? Is there a piece that this software can and can't do with paper or pencil? I don't know. I'll leave that up to you to figure out. So explore these technologies. Take it to the next level. There might be technologies in this course that you've used before. And if you have used Inspiration, see if you can push yourself a little bit more. Maybe do something with hyperlinking. Maybe do something with adding colors in the background, adding pictures, adding other pieces that can make it that can push you and take your concept that you're trying to teach and move it to the next level, so that's a little bit more accessible to others. At some point in this class, you will become frustrated with the technologies that we use. There might be a technology, the Movie Maker technology might be something that you just can't, you know how to use it, but you can't get it to do what you want it to do. The eFolio program that we're going to be looking at in the eFolio module is a piece that is not just required for this class, but for your teacher licensure. Your advisor will be looking at that. It is a technology that does frustrate students. It's happened in the past where they just get really frustrated with it. Allow that to happen. Allow yourself the time to get frustrated with the technology, and allow yourself to get over that as well. And utilize the support that's around it. Utilize the other students in the classroom for support. Utilize me for support. The design of this is intentional. I'm not telling you everything that can be done with the technologies, but I'm going to tell you what you can do just to get through the technologies. In most schools, you'll be presented with an in-service of a particular technology package for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then it'll be up to you to dive into it and figure out how to use it for your classroom and make it your own. And you won't receive much more support than that. If you decide that you run into a wall and you wait for tech support might not be in the building for maybe but once a week, or maybe once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, depending on the setup your district has where it's a roving tech support. If that's where you teach, you could be lucky and teach in a school where you do have a full-time tech support and someone who's patient enough to teach. Some tech support people don't like to teach, they just like to fix. That being said, you'll have to rely on yourself, your co-workers, to figure out what's going on and how to use the technology, as most schools now have a technology piece where they're looking at how teachers are using technologies within the classrooms, and is this a viable solution to some of the pieces that are to create better learning situations. If you find that you're having trouble, talk to other students in this class. Talk to me. There's a forum on the Ning site that talks about Module 1, questions and answers. That's your place to ask questions about inspiration, or if we're in another module, about that technology as well. And it's not, if I don't get to it fast enough and somebody else has an answer, another student feel free to answer that question, and I will look over it. We're in this together in terms of figuring out the technologies so that it can best suit your needs in terms of ag ed. So use each other, talk to each other about how to do this, how to do the assignments. I'm not saying that you need to not ask me questions. Feel free to ask me questions. That's what I'm here for. But feel free to ask other students questions as well. Now that I've said that little piece, I want you to dive into this and take a look at what's there. See if Inspiration is the concept mapping software you want to use, or maybe go into MindMeister, and that is an account that is a web-based application that you'll have to sign up and make another account for. I know there's lots of accounts in this distance course, but if you choose to use it, that's great. If not, you try CMAPS, try FreeMind. There's many options you can use to do this. So feel free to explore. Take a chance. This is a chance. If you feel that you're going somewhere good with it and it's not quite where you want to be, let me know. I will be happy to see if I can help you figure things out. So go forward with this module. Have a good time with it. Don't forget to do the readings at the end that are listed, as well as the discussion questions that are in WebVista. And then don't forget to make your blog posting as well. So have fun with this concept mapping performance task, and I will talk to you later.